Hey guys, what's going on? I wanted to start this video by saying Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Before things get too crazy though, I have the best father in the whole world, so just want to give a little shout out to my dad. He's the greatest man I've ever known in my entire life, and I'm so lucky to have him in my life, and I really hope that he feels special today because he's an amazing guy, and I'd be lost without him. So moving on, I wanted to do this segment on dating because I have been going on some awful dates lately, and is dating really that hard? I mean, there's no need to have this awful of dates. I mean, it's not hard to go on a good date. But for some reason, just people don't know how to, I don't know, be good at dating, if that makes sense. Like, people are just terrible at it. And they're making specific key mistakes. And I'm going to talk about those. And hopefully, people, if you make these mistakes, you'll be able to learn from this because you know what? Life's about learning. And if you don't stop doing this, you're not going to get very far in the dating world. Okay, the first thing I'm going to talk about is planning the date. I know several times, like, someone has asked me on a date, and I'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll go on a date with you. And they're like, oh, well, what do you want to do? Wrong. No. If you're asking me on a date, you should have something planned already. I just think it's common courtesy. If I ask someone on a date, I already have something completely planned out. And I'm not asking you to plan out a whole long day of like movies and then like take me to the aquarium because I love fish. I don't know, like take all this ridiculous like 5-star restaurants. No, you don't need to do all that. Just think of something nice. Like if you want to go for a walk and talk, that's perfect. And you came up with it. Like I just think that it shows initiative, creativity. I don't know. I just feel like that's something that really bugs me when someone asks me on a date. I say yes, and like, so what do you want to do? No, 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 no. And that really bothers me when people are so indecisive. Like I want someone who's in charge and knows what they want, and I want someone driven who know. Like it says so much about you when you're like, oh, I don't know. What do you want to do? No, 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 no. Have a plan. Be thoughtful. Make something happen. Do not expect me to come to your house and just hang out with you there, because that's not a date. That's hanging out with a friend. No, 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 no. Number two. This one's been a little bit awkward for me. The first date should be about the two people on the date. There should be no pressure from outside sources. So many times I've gone to someone's house, like pick them up or meet them or whatever, and I've heard, "Come inside real quick and meet my family." No, 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 no. Do you know how much pressure that puts on me on a first date to like have to impress your family? Like, I want to get to know you first before I meet your family. Like, it might sound like a little, I don't know, bitchy in a way to be like, no, I don't want to meet your family, but it's so awkward. A first date should be fun and easy and no pressure, like a no pressure environment when I really get to know and get a better understanding of you to figure out if I want to get to spend more time with you and get to know you better. I shouldn't have to meet your family or meet your friends. Like double dates are really cool too, but like I think those are better for like second or third dates as opposed to first dates. First dates should just be about me and you to see if we have a connection. Now that it's just me and you and we're out doing whatever's been planned out already and we're having hopefully a fun time, here's the biggest thing about dates. Don't control the conversation. It really bugs me when I'm out with a guy and he needs to be in control of everything we talk about. I mean, I hate it when I'm trying to get to know you completely. I am trying to get to know you, but you're just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. I'm just like, I try to get a word in and you just shut me right out. Like, no, 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 because that shows that you're so self-centered and selfish, and that's really not appealing to me. Like, okay, the other day I think it was Sunday, maybe. And then, yeah, it was a week ago, so it was last Sunday. I went on a date with this guy, and he told me before we went on a date that he was a Navy officer. I'm like, ooh, that's really cool, Navy officer. Hey, but oh my God, he wouldn't stop talking about his time in the Navy, and it was driving me wild. I was going crazy because like he's like, oh well, in the Navy, this. I'm like, oh cool. I don't know anything about the Navy, so this really isn't gonna work out if you just keep talking about the Navy. And he's going on and on, and he's going into like clearance things, like he would start a story. He'd be like, oh well, there's one time. Wait a minute. If I finished this story, I'd be breaking my oath, and I can't talk to civilians about this. And I'm like, really, Dick? Then why would you bring it up? Are you serious now? You're gonna be like, oh, tomorrow's gonna be a really bad day. Why? I can't tell you. Like, really? Like, are you really gonna be like that around me? I understand the Navy is a huge responsibility, and kudos to you for doing it. Congratulations, I support you. That's awesome. But when it comes to someone I want to date, and all they talk about is like eat, breathe, sleep Navy. Like, he was even wearing like Navy clothes and everything. Like, that's cool and everything, but like, there should be more to you than your occupation. And like, this isn't just about like Army people. Like, I've gone on dates with people, and all they're talking about is their job, and like it's cool that you're passionate about what you do, and I really respect that. But I want there to be more to you than just your job. I'm not trying to date a job. I'm trying to date a guy. There's a big difference. And I really felt smothered by talking to him because like we would just talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk and talk, and I got a really good picture of what he's like, but he didn't get to meet me really because I just drove the car and listened to him talk. And while we're on the subject of talking, there are some topics that should not be talked about. No joke, like this has been annoying me. It was 2 dates back to back. Same guy, actually. Okay, on Friday, last Friday, I went on a date with one guy. We're sitting at the dinner table, and he starts talking about his dead grandma. Dead grandma, first date? Oh, okay. I mean, that's cool, I suppose. I mean, I love my grandma to death, and I'm very fortunate enough to still have her with me, and she's going to be around a long time. That woman's not going down without a fight, but I think dead people is not a very good first date conversation. Do not talk about a dead person. And then, so he was talking about his dead grandma for about a half an hour. Then on Sunday with Navy boy, he started talking about his dead ex-boyfriend. And I'm like, really? Double whammy? Like, are we really going to be talking about an ex and someone who's dead at the same time? And don't get me wrong, I have some people who are very close to me who have passed on, but like, I'm not going to bring them up on the first date. I mean, that's just crazy. Like, I'm trying to get to know you and have a fun time, so I want to spend more time with you, so you start talking about your dead relatives and exes? Like, no, that's really not cool. And it really made me uncomfortable. Like, what do you say to that? This kid's going on about, oh, well, my dead grandma, she didn't get to see me graduate college, and she really wanted to see me, and she was really hoping she could be. What am I going to say? Oh, I'm really sorry to hear that? Kiss me? Like what? What do you want me to say to that? Like, okay. Another main thing about first dates and dating in general. When the bill comes, I don't care where you are. If you're at a Starbucks, if you're at Red Mango eating delicious frozen yogurt. Oh, I said that really New Yorkly. Frozen yogurt. There we go. So, or if you're at like a restaurant, it doesn't matter where you are. When the bill comes, if I take out my wallet, at least take out yours too. I probably won't let you pay for it, but at least offer to pay, because if you don't at least offer, it makes it seem like you're expecting me to pay for you. And I'm not really cool with that. Like, trust me, I asked my ex-boyfriend, I pay for everything. I'm a complete gentleman, and I love spending my money on people I care about. Like, even when I go out for dinner with my friends, I buy them their food. Like, but like, if you expect me to pay for you, especially on a first date, if you don't even offer on a first date, I will write you off right then and there. But like it's just courtesy, and it shows that you're responsible. it really is so off-putting when you go on a date with someone and they just expect to be pampered. Like, no, that's not cool. I don't want a relationship built where I have to hold your hand while you talk about your dead relatives and I pay for your food. Do not, do not, do not get crazy clingy after one date. Like, this kid went cray cray. Like, he wanted me to come in and cuddle with him in his bed, and no, 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 no. This is a first date. I do not want anything to do with your bedroom. No, no, no. That is awful. Like, really now? Like, do you just let anyone in your bed? Like, no, I'm not cool with that. Like, cuddling is a very intimate thing, and it should really only be experienced by two people who deeply care about each other. I don't want to just cuddle with a random homie because I'm bored and cold. No, I want there to be feelings behind that, and I'm not okay with you cuddling with me on my first date. No, let me get to know you first before I jump into bed with you. No, 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 no. And it's time to end the date. Go for the kiss. Go for it. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, if you don't kiss them, if you kiss them and they don't want it, you won't hear from them again. But if you go to kiss them and they didn't want it, you probably weren't going to hear from them again anyway. So, what's the big deal if you go to kiss them and they don't want it? You weren't going to hear back from them anyway. So, I mean, go for it. I mean, we're young, we're free, do it. I mean, take a risk. You never know what you're going to find. If you don't go for the kiss, you won't get that kiss. And if you're really feeling someone and you don't go for it, you're going to regret it, because when I go on a date with someone and they don't go to kiss me, or if like they kind of pull away, like I'll just kind of like assume that they're not interested in me and I'll move on. I mean, come on, we're young. There's a lot of people in the world. If it doesn't work with you, I'm sorry, but I'm sure it'll work with someone else. So I'm not going to loiter around and wait for you. No, 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 no. Whenever I'm really feeling it, I will go for the kiss. I mean, if I fail, I fail, but it's better to fall on your face than not know. After the date, I always like to end the date. If it goes well, I like to send a cute little text message like, "Oh, I really had a great time meeting you. It was really nice. I had a fun time. I can't wait to do it again." Of course, the phone goes off. No, that's gone. That doesn't mean that I want to see you the next day. Do not try and make plans for like the next day. I want to ease in. Oh my God, this phone. I want to ease into a relationship. I don't want to just dive into anything. Because when you dive into things, that's when things get sloppy, and that's when you start going so strong and so well, and then it all falls apart. Do not dive into anything. Take your time, get to know someone, make sure you want to know someone. You want to take it to that next level. That would be one of my final tips to dating, getting to know the person before actually developing the relationship. I mean, it always works out better when you have an understanding as where both of you are coming from and what you both want and goals, and all this stuff is really important. So make sure you know the person before you dive into this relationship. The number one most important tip ever for dating is to breathe, relax, and be yourself. If you're all uptight and frigid and tense and not able to be yourself, that's going to look bad on you, and it's going to make you look like you have insecurities, which everyone has, but embrace your insecurities, embrace your differences. You were made the way you were. Do not try to hide yourself. Live your way and show me who you are, because you know what? I want to know who you are. I don't want to know who you want me to think you are. I want to know who you actually are. And if you have the courage to be who you are, that's what I want to see. I want to see who you are when no one else is watching. I want to accept you for who you are. I don't want I could date anyone who shows me what they want. I want someone who's going to show me something different. I want someone who's not afraid to be themselves no matter what. Okay, so this is getting really long once again. So I'm going to wrap this up. New video this week, continuing my story about how I got to Pace. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. See you this week. Bye now. Happy Father's Day again.